Cold email is changing this year, and no, cold email is not dead. In fact, businesses that are using cold email the right way and understanding trends and using that to their advantage are having more success than ever. We've used cold email to scale 2 businesses to multiple 7 figures. And in fact, in the last 2 months, we've generated over $60,000 from cold email alone. So in this video, I'll be revealing 7 key trends that you absolutely need to know if you want to blow up your business in 2025. And after sending millions of cold emails and hours studying the latest trends, these are the most important cold email trends that you need to be taking advantage of. Trend number 1 is AI personalization at scale. What I would used to do when I would personalize lines is I would basically have to export my sheet into a CSV file. I would have to do some research on the company, and I would have to pick it, and I would have to add it in there manually. Or I would pick a generic personalized lines and drag it down and then use that specific column when I in fact start to send that email. But the fact of the matter is that generic personalization is dead. Tools like Instantly are now merging data scraping with AI writing to create truly personalization at scale. The problem with these generic personalizations is everyone's doing it. They're going to immediately recognize it as automation and delete it before they actually even read it. And the purpose of personalization is to actually make it personable. In fact, what that's going to do is it's going to increase your likelihood of actually getting a response. Whenever we've done hyper personalization, meaning we've done research, we've scraped applicable data, our response rates have soared. So what you guys can do is you can use a tool like Instantly. They have a open API connection that you're able to literally write a personalized line based off of the columns that you're getting from your list in 2 clicks, and you're able to write your own prompt. There's no excuse to not be using AI to personalize your lines at scale and actually start to get the responses that you are desiring. Trend number 2 is going to be hyper niche targeting or creating micro lists. What I used to do when I first started cold email, and what I still see people do, is I would get this huge list of SaaS companies, of e-com companies, of real estate agents, and I would just blast the same message over and over again. But now what we're seeing is the most successful cold email users are creating multiple micro lists so they can get more specific with their cold emails that they're actually sending to these prospects. See, the problem with having just a massive list and then just throwing a bunch of emails to this massive list is that you are basically being a generalist when you are sending the emails, because it's so hard to create really specific copy, really specific offers if your list is a huge range of different customers. What I would rather do is I would rather pull 5 different lists of maybe people from 0 to 1 million, maybe people who recently got funding, maybe people in a really specific city that I'm wanting to target. Because the reality is the offer, the pain points, the case study that you can send them will vary depending on the variables. Think about who is your target audience. What is the niche that you're wanting to speak to? And maybe there's a list of 50,000 people that you can get. How can you break that list up into 5, 10 different lists based off of specific variables so that you can write copy that resonates with those lists even more? And then what we're going to do is we're just going to create multiple campaigns inside of a tool like Instantly and then write the copy that hits with the specific micro list that we created. Trend number 3 is value first outreach. Guys, in 2025, the most effective cold email strategy for you guys to implement and get ingrained into your head is to lead with genuine value. So many people that I see, and myself included when I first started cold email, is I would try to close the deal immediately from an email. I would write this huge novel. I would ask for a 30-minute call, and I would wonder why my emails are getting no responses, and the responses that I would get would basically just say, take me off your list. You see, the reality is that people are tired of seeing your pitch and seeing your offer directly in their email. They are endlessly bombarded with emails with a ton of marketing messages that they're seeing, especially if they are a business owner. And in addition, consumer trust is at an all-time low, and it's harder than ever to build trust with prospects, especially using a faceless model like cold email. And what I always say, guys, like, think about it from the customer's point of view. If you are receiving an email from somebody you have no idea who it is, and then they're just wanting to basically speak to your pain points and give you an offer and then try to book a call with you, and you have no idea what they actually do, or you have no context on their business, would you actually book a call with them? The answer is probably not. So instead, what we like to do is we like to lead with value. We like to do a value first approach. And even better, if you can offer something that somebody would actually pay for, that is going to get you better responses rates. It's going to build trust with the audience. And really what it's doing, it's getting your prospects to raise their hand, which is what we want them to do at the end of the day. Things that you can offer is like a Loom audit. You could invite them to a workshop. Maybe you could create a podcast and invite them to be a guest on your podcast. Something that is of genuine value to them, something that is frictionless and creates that reciprocity. And ultimately, at the end of the day, for you, builds a relationship with that consumer. This will naturally open the door to more conversations, which will allow you to have more conversations and ultimately lead to more booked calls. Before I share the next 4 trends, I've compiled all of these trends as well as 3 bonus trends into a easy to follow PDF so that you can implement everything that I'm talking about literally today. If you want that, just go ahead and click the link in the description down below and you can download, again, all the trends that I'm talking about in detail as well as 3 bonus trends that I don't have time to cover today. So just click the link down in the description. Trend number 4 is deliverability first thinking. Guys, your email doesn't matter, your copy doesn't matter, your offer doesn't matter if it is not landing in the inbox. You see, a lot of people will use cold email and they will think, okay, cool, I can just use my personal email and I can send 1,000 emails today, copy and paste, or I can do this mail merge and start to blast all these people with cold emails and I'm gonna get all these responses and end up in the inboxes. The problem is that email service providers are getting stricter and stricter with what gets through their filters and actually into the inbox of their users. And if you're just blasting random emails to a bunch of people from your personal email, or maybe you're getting a couple of different emails that you can actually leverage, you are going to end up in spam if you are not leveraging the appropriate deliverability protocols. It wasn't until I started using Instantly to really have a warm-up protocol as well as a deliverability protocol that I started to land in the inboxes at scale, which is really the most important part. We want to be able to send 1,500, 2,000 emails every single day. So what I do now and what I would suggest you guys do is you use a tool like Instantly. What you can literally do is you can warm up your emails inside of Instantly, meaning that it'll start to show credibility with the emails that you're actually building. It'll do all the technical setup for you, meaning the DKIM, the SPF, the DMARC records, so that your email is actually credible. They also have sender reputation management and a lot of different tools to ensure that your message is actually landing in the inbox of your customer. Our trend number 5 is social proof wins. Like I said earlier, consumer trust is at an all-time low and cold email is faceless and they don't know who you are. What we need to be doing is we need to be leveraging proof, because proof is the highest persuasion technique as consumer trust is at an all-time low. So what I would do and I would suggest that you guys do when you are sending cold emails is to always include proof. One, you need to start collecting your proof. You need to be keen on actually getting the proof from the customers. What are the wins that you're actually getting for your customers? You need to document those wins and that proof that you're getting for your customers. And then what we need to do when we're actually writing emails and sending cold emails, we need to leverage that proof and use our copywriting skills for the specific pain point of the list that we're targeting to get that client that we're sending that email to the outcome that they want. So start collecting your case studies, do long form videos, take screenshots of wins that you're getting and use those in your cold emails. Do not send a cold email without leveraging proof, because that's what's going to accelerate the trust, which is going to increase the likelihood of them raising their hand, which at the end of the day is what we want them to do. Our trend number 6 is shorter permission-based emails. Long-winded introductions are now seen as spam, and in 2025, the shorter the better, and asking for permission in that first email is going to get you more responses. So less than 100 words, even less than 50 words. And when we're actually giving a call to action, we are not saying, hey, can we book a call for 2 p.m. the next day? We are asking them permission to send them something of value. A personalized line, our offer, proof, and then call to action with permission to send them something. And each one of these lines should be literally 1 sentence each. Because if we think about how consumers also read emails, is they will scan them. And if we want to make the highest impact, it needs to be short and readable and really easy for the person to say yes and raise their hand. This approach will create a sense of control for the consumer rather than feeling like I'm being sold to, which will be a massive game changer when you're leveraging cold email. Trend number 7 is multi-channel FollowUp. Cold email no longer works in isolation. The highest performing campaigns orchestrate multiple different channels like LinkedIn, email, phone, SMS to increase the likelihood of getting response from your prospects. What I used to do a lot when I would send cold emails is I would basically send my cold email sequence, and then when somebody would raise their hand, I would send them something of value, and then I would follow up on email. To little avail, I would actually get responses. Because the reality is that the attention is on email, but we can use a multi-channel approach for follow-up and for making touch points that are going to really make us omnipresent to our prospects and top of mind to our prospects. So what I like to do when I get a positive response notification from instantly, meaning somebody raised their hand, 1, we send them the thing of value. 2, we call them right away. If we do not hear back in a day, we send another email follow-up. And then what we will do is we will put them in a queue on Instantly using the Instantly CRM, and we will follow up more times, more ways. We'll have copy for LinkedIn, we'll have copy for Instagram, we will engage with them on the social profiles, and we'll continue to try to call them up and make sure that they got what we actually offered them, make sure they got the value and see if they had a chance to go through it. We will text them. We will do more times in more ways and make more touch points so that when they think of the solution that we offered to them, who are they going to think about? They're going to think about us. Now, these are all the things that you should keep top of mind to kill your competition with cold email. But if you're still doing cold email manually and you're unable to send 1,000 emails a day with your current setup, then you're going to be immediately behind all of your competitors. So click the video on the screen to learn how you can send 1,000 emails a day using my favorite tool. So if you're serious about scaling your business and actually growing this year, I will see you on that one.